Realize is those first two cars don't wreck each other. They're in the transfer spot.
Who's going to win it? To the bottom, side by side, over in turn 2.
No, I tell you, Martin Truex in the one car has found grip at the top of the track.
But turn 3 is where Sauter has been better.
He doesn't need to do anything. He just needs to bring it home in second place. Be smart.
But this is Johnny Sauter. He's going to win it if he can.
Be smart. It's going to be tight, man. They're coming to the line, but I think one's got it.
Still inside. Come on. Here you go, guys. Nice job.
Nice job, both cars.
Very nice. Truex wins it. Johnny Sauter transfers.
I never would have thought that they could catch Carl Edwards.
And I'm definitely getting a report that Carl Edwards' car just got to pushing worse and worse.
The car has been amazing today. That thing has stuck to the bottom all day long. You don't get a chance to do what he's done today very many times.
Some friends of ours have a suite up on the 10th floor of the hotel every race here. Kevin Mannion went by the suite the other day, told Gary Nye, we are the car to beat. And with what was without any sense of bravado, it was a simple statement of fact.
White flag. 1 mile to go.
Hi, man, just going to make it back no matter what.
There you go.
Killer lap time.
How many laps has he led today, Mike?
215, Daryl.
215.
On a day on which NASCAR loses Bill France Jr., another junior, Martin Truex Jr. is going to win his first Nextel Cup race. Truex wins the Autism Speaks 400.
The 7th different winner in 7 races.
Now he goes to the bottom because Biffle in 16, he's at the top. It looks like possibly Truex will prevail, but there's that horsepower down that back straightaway.
Thing down that back straightaway. Eases right on out there just a little bit.
Can't clear him, and this is a dangerous game if Martin Truex stays side by side with Greg Biffle, because
Here
now Jeff Burton is coming, but Truex wants the lead and the win.
He's got it.
And now it's Biffle's turn for big picture racing. Nope, they're going to go at it side by side. Everybody wants to win it.
I think this is when the older tires, you're going to have a little bit of a fall off with those older tires.
Now, because of being on the high side through 1 and 2, Martin Truex Jr. in the 56, he'll take the lead, but here comes Biffle back to the bottom in that 16.
Biffle just doesn't have the grip, though, Larry. He can't keep it on the
bottom, but he can't get there. You're all clear, all clear.
And the checkered flag awaits.
Nice job. Napa know-how.
The sprint showdown goes to Martin Truex and Greg Biffle.
Let's go get ourselves $1 million now.
With Burton, Menard, and a great drive.
Because we know if he gets the white flag, which is pretty much a race regardless, but I guess it's been well documented, 218 races since his last win. But when you think about it, guys, 6 times during that period, he's finished second. Go back to Texas where he led 142 laps and got beat off pit road and finished second. So this is going to be an unbelievable deal. And it would be Chad Johnson, his crew chief's first win, if they can seal the deal.
And he's now taking the white flag, Larry.
Yeah,
less than a lap to go for Martin Truex Jr.
This is amazing right here. I don't think anybody would have picked Truex as we come out here.
Look at 42's out of fuel.
42's out of fuel. Wow.
Now does Truex have enough fuel?
And he pitted at the same lap as Truex, which was lap 69, Marty.
He said, "You're kidding me," on the radio. "We could have saved fuel, guys. We're out." And he ran out going up the hill, worst possible spot.
Truex through turn 7.
These guys pitted on the same lap. We're hearing these guys that the 56 and the 42 pitted on the same lap. So does he have enough? But he's got such a cushion. He can such a cushion here.
He can coast from here.
He can kind of ease it back in from here.
Martin Truex Jr. has won a couple of nationwide series championships and won fairly early in his Sprint Cup Series career. His only win coming in June of 2007 at Dover. Since that time, 27 different drivers have gone to victory lane. 6 runner-up finishes for Truex since then. But today he's going to get the checkered flag. Martin Truex Jr., a winner in Sonoma.
Don't celebrate yet now. You got to get all the way around this big joint.
And Harvick has cut it to a 2.5 seconds.
And this joint is big.
It is. And
it's a long way to go.
Came off turn 1 one time leading the race and didn't make it back on the white flag.
He's got a clean racetrack in front of him. No traffic to deal with whatsoever.
And you see that dynamic interval. That is showing you 1st to 2nd at the top of the screen. Last win for Truex, Sonoma, 2013. Almost 2 full seasons to go. Trying to become the 10th driver to win in 2015.
Boy, he slowed it. He slowed her down getting into turn 3 that time. Got plenty of room between he and Kevin Harvick. And here he comes. Good job, boys. Good job.
Martin Truex Jr. wins Pocono for his 3rd Sprint Cup triumph.
Yeah, man, super proud of you. Good job. Yeah, baby, yeah! Hell of a job, guys!
Truex in turn 4 as the starter reaches for the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
What an incredible race
He's gonna make
this 78 team has put together tonight.
But if you've watched him all season, you're just wondering. A mile to go. Will he make it?
No, he's going to make it tonight.
Don't do that, Mike. He's fine. He's good. He's all by himself.
You know what? When you put yourself in this position, you earn the right to go get a victory like this. Great job to this team.
Off turn 4, Martin Truex Jr. for Single Car Furniture Row Racing wins at Charlotte. The Coca-Cola 600, his 4th career victory.
He can breathe now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hell job. Just remember your swerve coming in, or...
Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Martin Truex Jr., the 36-year-old in Marietta, New Jersey, down the backstretch for the final time. Has almost a 2nd lead over Kevin Harvick.
Clear.
Looking to win the biggest race of his life as he comes back on the front stretch. Martin Truex Jr. will win the Southern 500.
Yeah, baby, Southern 500. Yeah.
Fresh tires on the outside for the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. 4 wide behind him, Martin Truex Jr. sailing through turn 2 and down the backstretch he goes, trying to take the lead away as they go into 3. They made it past the overtime line. Martin Truex Jr. so strong early in the race, led 30 laps and has had to work his way back up front, but now he's done it out in front. White flag in the air one more time around.
Clear about being over to 21. Nice and smooth down the back.
Chasers that are able to win a race will advance to the next round. That next round, the round of 12. Martin Truex Jr. has fought through adversity once again. His career has been fighting through adversity, and he'll win at Chicagoland.
Unreal, man, unreal. Remember to swerve on the track. Remember to swerve on the track. Baby! Woo! Victory, baby! Yeah.
Has to solidify his position as the favorite for the 2016 championship, as he has dominated round number 1, and he's dominated at Dover. He'll win again.
Woo, baby! Hell yeah! Way to be, boys. Team effort again. Awesome job, man. Great car, no mistakes. That's all we need to do. Good job, man.
Gets to the door and no closer.
He's there.
Now he's coming.
He's gone now. He'll get right by him. I don't know what's going on with it too, but he got a problem.
Yeah, I think it's a power issue.
Something broke. I don't know what.
The car just doesn't look like it has the power down the straightaways.
Coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, and Truex is back to the lead.
Wow. You just don't know, do you? These races have become so unpredictable. What about it? He won the first 2 stages. Can he win the last one?
Larson for 2nd, and here come Logano and Kyle Busch for 3rd.
3 wide going in there to turn 3.
This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly down here, boys.
Contact.
And Busch is around. Martin Truex is money in Las Vegas. He wins. Kyle Busch slides down the pit road, and teammates are side by side. Get out in front of Kyle Busch. Into the restart zone. We're in overtime. Green flag back in the air.
Great job by Truex. He came with speed. He did not get too slow.
Four wide, pick a lane.
21 should have the advantage on the outside off the 2. He does over the 4. Truex is long gone.
Well, I thought the 4 of Kevin Harvick might get back to his bumper, but here comes the 2 of Keselowski.
Keselowski had one of those nights, and here he is fighting for a top 5. Oh, the 4's under 21. He's going to make that pass.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
3 wide.
3 wide into turn 1. Can they make it?
Keselowski made it.
Boy, I tell you, Kevin Harvick is being mighty kind to that kid in the 21 car. He cut him some slack.
Out of turn number 4, denied last year by a crazy part failure. He led the most laps then. He leads the most laps now. Martin Truex gets his Kansas win.
Finally got it.
This is huge. Matt Kenseth in the 20. A win and he's in. He will not be at Joe Gibbs Racing next year. Can he make the playoffs in his final season? 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. This is it. It's coming down to Martin Truex and Matt Kenseth.
For the final time, downhill to start the ultimate uphill run through the S's. It's Truex and Kenseth. Kenseth desperately needs this win to make the playoffs. He's been waiting for this moment all year long. The question is, can he get there? Truex by 10 car lengths for the final time to the back straightaway.
Bagman Martin Truex Jr. just did the slowest lap of this run, almost 4 seconds off one of his fast laps. He gets in the grass and makes a little mistake there in the inner loop. That's to allow Matt Kenseth to gain. This is where you have to push. As you come off the carousel, you've got to give it everything you've got. If this car has enough fuel, it will make it from here, Jeff. Kenseth can see the ticket to the playoffs right in front of him. He's praying Martin Truex Jr. runs out of fuel as he approaches turn 6. Only 2 corners left to go.
Matt Kenseth, can he do it? Truex locks up into turn 6. 1 corner left. The difference may be between making the playoffs and not. The guy who leads the points, the guy who needs the win, it's not going to happen. Martin Truex Jr. will win at the Glen, and he's running out of fuel, but he makes it. Oh, what a thriller. Truex does it. He's won at Sonoma, and now he's won at the Glen. And he was the smartest in the fuel game.
And back to racing. Overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. They fan out 3 wide as they enter turn 1. Here comes Chase Elliott. He's moving up to second as he tries to get by the 11. And you still see the smoke rolling out from behind the 42.
White flag. Three, one more, baby.
White flag in the air. One more time around for Martin Truex Jr. He's been dominant at 1.5 tracks. This time he started 17th. Not a typical run for the 78 team to start so far back, but they've worked their way to the front. The 37-year-old from New Jersey coming out of turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. will win the Bank of America 500.
Big rig over here on the front. Big rig on the front.
Chris Buescher sliding through the grass in the infield. Jr. battled after adversity, and he did it a year ago. Last year, in 2016, he was able to win this race after having issues. They had a problem with the tire early in the race. Then they battled back. Well, it was a speeding penalty. Today, he's battled back, and he has once again shown his dominance on 1.5 miles. Martin Truex Jr. is going to win the first race of the playoffs.
Congratulations, Martin. Unbelievable. Thank you, guys.
Row Racing passing away yesterday, Jim Watson. There's 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. One more time around the 1.5 miles. A fabricator for the Furniture Row team. Jim Watson lost his life yesterday, and so now
With heavy hearts, they race, but Martin Truex Jr. trying to put another win in the column for the organization and the family. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to do it again. Martin Truex Jr. wins. Wall this entire season. It's been one thing after another. 2 laps of racing to go as Martin Truex Jr. looking for his first championship. I mentioned earlier, Barney Visser, owner of the team, a heart attack, surgery, watching from home. Longtime girlfriend of Martin Truex Jr. has continued to battle cancer. Sherry Pollux watching intently as they come to the final lap. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. The gap still a half a second. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch running 1 and 2. For the final time, they'll go down the backstretch. Martin Truex Jr., 12 years in the Cup Series, and his roller coaster career is finally reaching the peak, putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Martin Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion.
It's one of those laps I'd like to ride with him.
Wait a minute. I've seen you ride with some
no.
drivers over the years that didn't go so well.
No, you're exactly. What am I thinking? Lost my mind again. But that car sure has looked mighty good all day long.
Martin Truex has lapped all but the next 9 cars. Going to be a great battle for 4th at the finish. Denny Hamlin comes in to spoil the Penske party. And off turn 4, the headlines will read, Jersey boy goes California dreamin'. Martin Truex Jr. wins the Auto Club 400.
Oh yeah, man. Awesome job all day. Way to...
Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch. And for 4th, Brad Keselowski beat with a 1.9 second lead. The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Hey, Mike, it's a win for Martin Truex at his home track.
One of them.
One of his home tracks. Well, he's got a little ways to go, but
look at the dust up for second, though. Larson, Busch, Harvick, all right together. And Keselowski coming right to them.
I mean, we have some guys that are running. Keselowski running 5th, Blaney 6th, Almirola 7th, Jimmy Johnson 8th. Look at Logano. He hadn't been in a hunt all day.
Yeah, he was a lap down at one time. Great fight. That's why they're up so high in the points. They're so good at fighting their way back to a good finish.
The tri-cornered racetrack has now given us a tri-cornered battle for the championship. Defending series champ Martin Truex Jr. wins the Pocono 400.
Back up, Mark. Back off, bud. Back off, man.
That's just great advice. I mean, these 2 guys are racing for position.
And he has a 13-second lead.
He just needs to let them go. Good call there, Clayton Hughes.
When he last won at Sonoma in June of 2013, it was only his 2nd career win. Rounding turn 11 and headed for home for Barney Visser At Furniture Row Racing, Martin Truex scores his 18th career NASCAR Cup victory. 3rd win of the season. Puts him right up there with Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch as the top of the Cup Series, and this
favorites for the championship.
Rick, you mentioned the 78. His story of how he got into this race car and really the performance they put on last year to win the championship. You know, it was later in the year last year. You know, he didn't start winning in February or March. It took him a little bit to get to victory lane. Once he figured it out, they truly dominated. He actually got his wins a little bit earlier this year, but it was still lacking that 1.5 mile win. That's what he's trying to do tonight, Rick.
One of the other things he's trying to do is make sure that his owner, Barney Visser, is going to be there to see the championship run. We come up on 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Barney Visser actually had a heart attack prior to the Homestead Miami race and wasn't able to travel to Miami to celebrate that championship run by Martin Truex Jr. As we've mentioned, the playoff points so important in advancing from round to round to round in the playoffs. And of course, one driver's going to get to the championship round on points. More points going to Martin Truex Jr. as he wins in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Martin, way to be picture. Green guys,